Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here and want to stay informed about important updates that could impact your finances and benefits, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Today, we have some crucial information regarding personal independence payment, PIP, and the major changes coming from the Department for Work and Pensions, DWP. Thousands of PIP claimants need to take action ahead of these updates, and we're going to break it all down for you in detail. If you or someone you know relies on PIP, this is vital information that could affect your payments, eligibility, and future assessments. Let's get into it. Recently, the government has announced significant reforms to disability benefits, and PIP is one of the key areas under review. The DWP is considering changes that could alter how benefits are assessed, who qualifies for them, and how much support people receive. This is part of a broader strategy to cut welfare spending by billions of pounds, which means some people may see reductions in their payments, while others might lose eligibility altogether. If you currently receive PIP or are planning to apply, it's essential to stay updated on these changes so you can prepare accordingly. There's a lot of confusion and uncertainty surrounding this, and that's why we're here to give you clear and actionable information so you can protect your benefits. One of the biggest potential changes involves eligibility criteria. Right now, PIP is awarded based on how a disability or health condition affects a person's daily life and mobility. However, the government is looking into revising these criteria, particularly for individuals with mental health conditions. This has raised concerns among advocacy groups, as many people who struggle with mental health rely on PIP for financial stability. If the new criteria become more restrictive, some claimants may no longer qualify. The government argues that these changes are meant to ensure that resources go to those who need them most, but critics worry that it could leave vulnerable individuals without the support they depend on. If you receive PIP for mental health reasons, it's important to keep an eye on these developments and be prepared to advocate for your needs. Another key change being discussed is the introduction of a single health assessment system. Right now, different benefits have separate assessments, but the DWP wants to streamline the process by implementing a single unified assessment for PIP and other disability-related benefits. This could make the system more efficient, but it also raises questions about whether assessments will become more stringent. Some people fear that a more standardized approach could overlook individual circumstances, making it harder for people to demonstrate their need for support. If you're due for an assessment in the near future, it's important to understand how these changes might affect the process and prepare accordingly. Keeping thorough medical documentation and understanding your rights during assessments will be more crucial than ever. Another major concern is the potential reduction in payments. Reports suggest that some claimants could lose up to £4,900 per year as part of these reforms. This is a significant financial hit, especially for those who rely on PIP as their primary source of support. The DWP insists that these changes are about making the system fairer, but for many, the prospect of losing financial assistance is deeply worrying. If you're receiving PIP now is the time to review your finances and explore additional support options in case your payments are affected. It's always a good idea to have a backup plan, whether that means seeking financial advice, looking into other benefit programs, or preparing for an appeal if your payments are reduced. One thing that hasn't changed, however, is the requirement to report any changes in circumstances. If your condition worsens or improves, you must inform the DWP, as this could impact your payments. Failing to report changes could lead to penalties or even the loss of benefits. If you're not sure whether a change in your condition qualifies as something that needs to be reported, it's best to contact the DWP directly or seek advice from a disability support organization. It's always better to be proactive than to risk any issues with your claim. So, what can you do to prepare for these changes? First and foremost, stay informed. Keep checking official DWP updates and trusted news sources for the latest developments. The more you know, the better prepared you'll be. Secondly, make sure all your documentation is up to date. This includes medical records, letters from healthcare providers, and any other evidence that supports your claim. If you need to undergo a reassessment, having thorough documentation can make a huge difference in ensuring you receive the support you need. Finally, consider seeking advice from disability advocacy groups or financial advisors who specialize in benefits. They can provide guidance on how to navigate these changes and what steps to take if your payments are affected. Another important step is to be prepared for the possibility of an appeal. If your claim is denied or your payments are reduced, you have the right to challenge the decision. The appeals process can be complex, but many people have successfully overturned decisions by providing strong medical evidence and making a compelling case for why they need support. If you ever find yourself in this situation, don't lose hope. There are resources available to help you fight for your benefits. It's also a good time to review your overall financial situation. If you rely on PIP as your primary source of income, consider exploring additional forms of financial support. There may be other benefits or local assistance programs that you qualify for. Checking with local charities, community organizations, and government programs could help you find alternative sources of support if your PIP payments are affected. Financial planning is key during uncertain times, and taking proactive steps now can help you avoid difficulties down the road. At the end of the day, these changes are about restructuring the system, but that doesn't mean you should be left in the dark or unprepared. The best way to protect yourself is to stay informed, understand your rights, and take action when needed. If you or someone you know is on PIP, make sure they're aware of these upcoming changes so they can prepare as well. Awareness is the first step to making sure that you're not caught off guard by policy shifts that could impact your financial well-being. We'll continue to follow these updates and provide you with the latest information as soon as it becomes available. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might need this information. And once again, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update. Let's navigate these changes together and make sure everyone gets the support they deserve. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.